Folks, welcome back. Today we got a cool little, another one of these. So we got this nice little collection here that showed up at the store here from one of the frequent viewers of the channel, a long time, Miss Shannon. You actually can see Shannon's vlog. She's actually in a lot of the comment sections I've noticed over the years. So, dude, check this out. Look at this thing. So she found she literally went to like Indiana Jones Underground and found one of these things. And look at this thing. Look at the box. I was like, holy smokes, I'm scared to see the condition of this thing. This thing, the amount of sliding and like the rubbing on the outer edges of this package is, no giggities, professional video. The amount of rubbing on this package is nuts. Like the wear and just the grinding on that is just crazy. So check this thing out. Believe it or not, the cards actually look pretty good. Very strange to see a package this rough, but the actual cards are pretty good. They're not perfect, but they're pretty good. Like, really not going to complain about it. I mean, this box is like, dude, I'm going to hang on. I got this. I'm going to hang on, folks. I've got this. I'm holding together. And it's like, ooh. So when I flip through, when something like this shows up, obviously the first things you look for, make sure everything looks authentic, make sure nothing weird's going on, kind of get an idea of the overall condition, were these played, were these put together. So you kind of try to spend some time looking at this stuff. You see that? What is that? So when you look at this kind of thing, like that's very strange. You know what that is? That's a binder. That's a binder claw mark. You know why? Alphabetical order. This card would be in the top left. Hold on. Hold on, let me show you something. So when you look at this, if you take a 9-pocket page, this would be the first card in the top left. And guess what? I'm going to assume that is exactly, you notice the damage and the ding is coming right from the actual left side of the card. That is exactly where the inner ring is, right in the middle. So these were in a binder. So that was the first thing that caught my attention. So I picked these up and I was like, kind of interesting. Because if you notice, let's look at the Ancestral Recall. And again, you see some little nicks and chips, but again, you don't see the binder damage. You see that? Very nice. So it's very interesting when you look at some of that stuff and you're going, why is that? So you can tell that this particular product probably spent its life in a binder and then was repackaged or placed back in this packaging at some point in history. So it's always fun to kind of play that forensics and kind of flip through and try to look for key components and look for weird things. Let the light hit it. Let's kind of look at edging. I'm not seeing anything else. It might have just been that first page, which is good. But it's very fascinating to see. You can learn a lot by doing looking at a lot of little things. And I know people are like, well, Rudy, just look at the Black Lotus. No. You got to look at the whole thing. The next thing that's interesting, you notice it's alphabetized. These items did not come alphabetized. You notice even the forest, the basic land is in the middle there. If you guys recall, this product comes sealed in a couple bricks. And each brick is organized, but it's not alphabetized all together like this. A beautiful earthbind there, earthquake, beautiful colors on these things, absolutely stunning. And it was very interesting going back and looking at this, because I'm going, okay, so somebody took the time to resort all of these things and place them in order. Never gets old looking at these things, does it? It's always amazing. It's like, God, like nothing looks like this stuff. Like no matter what you do when you go back, like there's no other card game ever in existence in this planet that looks like these. And I don't think there ever will be. It is just such a bizarre, unique feel on these old things. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And here's our Moxen for those of you wanting to see some power. So overall, the Moxes look pretty good. I see some little, is that a staining on the card? Overall, very nice. Like I said, the top, you see some little nicks and chips, but that's just from being shuffled or moved around. But overall, these things look fantastic. Not seeing any major damage on those. That's very nice. So like I said, it makes, in my opinion, without really knowing the history of it all, and maybe she may not even know the full history, some of these things, like I said, 20-something years of history, I'm going to take a guess here, and I'm going to go along the lines of this was probably a player or somebody who enjoyed this a long time ago, threw the box and was shuffled around and moved and kind of stored and slid on a lot of rough surfaces and moved a lot. This thing is, because the way the wear is on the corners in the box, it's from on a rough surface being slid around. Like the fact the middle is kind of polished down, but the edges have extreme. That means the surface was very rough to really soften up the lips on there. So that's very, and I mean, you can see the inside too. Look at the inside of this, folks. You can see, where's Rudy's tool? Hang on, me Rudy's tool. This is really cool. So you can see where the cards, see this? The cards were from here to here. You see that? That's where the cards end. This area was open. Something was rubbing on it for all the years. So obviously, like this piece of bubbles was probably not, this was probably not how it was stored long term, based on the actual dark wear marks and how clean it was where the cards themselves were. Very interesting, huh? Also, that tells me maybe not all the cards were stored in here long term, because the package should be, like, there's only a little bit of space when you have a complete thing like that. So we may be missing a few of the cards also, because that just, I don't, you're not supposed to have that much gap inside of here. Like, for example, let me show you guys something. Hang on. All right, I'm going to show you something. So here's another one. This is a International Collector's Edition. I think this is just a regular Collector's Edition. Can you even see the words? There it is. Again, doesn't make any difference. Same card, same, but I'm going to show you something. Notice how packed the container is, which is right, because they come with a little rule book and there's a little space there. So let's put all the cards back together, and we can immediately notice that there's going to be some missing cards. Now, in my opinion, historically, whenever there's missing cards, since it looks, the first thing obviously everybody checks for is the Power 9, which is there. But you notice, if you look at it here, you're going to notice, let's see here, it looks slightly, yeah, see? See that slight difference when I push them both? You see that? You're seeing it. So if I let go of them, chances are that means, it's not a big deal, but it does mean it's probably missing some basic land. So when we look, where's some basic land? They were mixed in here. Remember, alphabetized? Where's the basic land? They're probably, because remember, I don't remember the exact amount. One of you all in the comment section can kind of say something. But if I recall, there was a ton of copies of basic land in each. Here you go. Yep, there it is. So the forest only has one of each. So the rest of the basic land is missing from this set. So mountain, yep, there's only one of each basic land. Okay. Now, does that mean, because she also did include some bulk, which we may, and again, there's a lot of basic land in the bulk. Now, I'll flip through to see if I can find the basic land from the collector's edition, just to kind of complete the set. If not, hey, I have some extra in other locations, and not a big deal. It's, it's a little bit of money, but, I believe, and by the way, I know some of y'all are curious, so let's go back here. What's the exact amount of basic land that's included? Where's the islands? So there you go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oop. So about 13. Okay, was that 13? So yeah, so as you can see, if there's only one of each, you only have 3. So yeah, you are going to be missing like, now, what was that? If you're missing like 10 times the 5 basic land types, you're missing 50 cards. Yep, you squeeze those together, you're going to have a little space. And again, I could be wrong. I'll fully audit off camera and everything. I just mostly wanted to share. It's like I said, so if you're out there interested in dealing in collections and things like that, first thing, always remember, if you want to be on the old Rudy YouTube creepy channel and in down in infamy, AlphainvestmentsLLC at gmail.com. The old PP, pictures and prices, and send them over. Nothing inappropriate, please. I'm weird, but that just is too weird. Pictures and prices, please, and show me what you got, and we can discuss it. And if it's something old or really cool, we can discuss moving forward on it. But yeah, if you're interested in doing this kind of business of being involved with these products, it's important to just understand how to look for the details. Like, you got to look at the little things. It's everything. It's like forensics. It's no different than if you're investigating or detective or anything. You can learn a ton. Like I said, just before we even looked at the cards, I can tell the condition of the box is rough. So it's old, it's been shuffled and slid around on hard surfaces. You can see really hard indentation. And when you have that much wear, where it's like separating like that, that's a lot of stress on the cardboard over time. Because if you look at like this example here, I mean, these boxes are really well built. These things are tough. These aren't anything like today's booster boxes. The quality of these things is really strong. So to have that much wear on there, I mean, you really got to put some serious pressure on these things. So that's why I always tell people. And before you move forward, or wherever locally you are in the country or the world, you always ask yourself, make sure it's not too good to be true. Make sure it's not one of the stories, my loss is your gain. Great-grandmother's basement who only raised goldfish with legs and gerbil hamster war of the 1800s. That whole thing. If the story is too ridiculous, you're probably just going to go down a rabbit hole that's a disaster. Always remember that the most important thing that you'll learn in life is you got to know when to walk away. If something's off, your instinct is kind of raising a red flag. If you're nervous about it, walk away. Chances are something's going to go wrong. That's your instinct warning you that something's not right. And that happens to me a lot. I walk away from a lot of deals, collections from just people who have bad expectations, people who are aggressive, people who just want, double the market price because it'll eventually get there, to people who just don't communicate well or are very aggressive. You just got to be able to, make sure you do the right thing. There's more than the actual raw money in life. There's a lot of intangibles when dealing with this stuff. And that's something that people always contact me about. How come everybody sells to Rudy? And then people reply, well, he may not pay you the highest eBay pricing and the top of market price, but you don't have to worry about anything. It's enjoyable. And there's a lot more value to things, not just in the card world, just in general with life. There is a quality of life variable. And not having to worry about things and knowing that the other party is going to make it right and take care of it. That's very important. So thanks again, Shannon. Very cool. Very honored to add this high mileage box here to the Rudy Vault as we move forward in life. Thanks again. Use the money sparingly as always. And everybody have a great day. Be safe out there. And again, as always, thank you for allowing me the honor and privilege to entertain and talk to everybody. Have a great day.